Hello everybody and welcome back to another Patriots video here for the 2024-2025 Patriots season. Week 4 is over. It's not really a surprise what happened to the Patriots. What is surprising is that we scored more points than we did against the Jets last week, which I'll get into in just a second. But if you're new, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. We're doing Patriots videos every single week for their games. And yeah, so this video, I'm not surprised at all, okay? Yes, the 49ers have the same record as us going into that game. That's interesting. That's funny. That's funny. But I said this to myself. Or maybe I said it in the video. I don't know. It was one of the two. Or both. I don't know. And you guys will agree with me. Especially if you're Patriots fans like me. It wouldn't even matter how many times the 49ers would lose. The 49ers could be like 0-10. And we'd still lose to them. The Patriots and the 49ers both came into that game 1-2. Both on a 2-game losing streak. And the 49ers still kicked our butts. And the amount of times I said that from week 3 going into week 4, I said that at least 20 times. And it happened exactly as I thought it would be. The Patriots lose 30-13 to the 49ers. The thing is, we scored 10 more points than we did against the Jets last week. That's interesting. Because the Jets just lost to the Broncos 10-9. You want to know something else? The latest team to beat the 49ers was the Rams. The Rams came back and won. Guess who the Rams 2 lost this week? The Bears. Tell me how that makes sense. The Patriots can verse anybody and lose, except if it's the Bengals week 1. Because golly, that team, I'm going to say this so many times this season, if we keep losing. The more times we lose is the more times I think, were the Bengals really that bad? And I know I've said that before in past Patriots videos this season already. I'm going to say it again. Because seriously, how? We beat that team 16-10 week 1. And now we're back to normal Patriots. That's why the title says we're back to normal. Because this is Patriots normal football. If that makes any sense. We were, 3-14, 4-13, something like that last season. We had 3 or 4 wins out of 17 games. Like, are we looking at the same season? I don't know. After week 1, I said, well, maybe it won't be. Because, I know it's only week 1. And, now I can say to myself, we're lucky enough to even have a win. We're lucky enough we're not 0-4 right now. If the Bengals didn't suck week 1 every year. Here's the thing for the Patriots. Forget all the losses. Forget about anything this season. Because you know why I say that? It's because this week's game for week 5 is crucial. Very crucial. We are playing the Miami Dolphins. And I'll tell you what. The Dolphins have nobody. Absolutely nobody. There should be no excuses for the Patriots to break this losing streak and win on Sunday against the Dolphins. Dolphins don't have Tua. They don't have a lot of people. They got blown out by the same score against the Titans last week. It was like 30-13, I think, too. The Dolphins were both 1-3. Dolphins and Patriots are both 1-3. We have to win this game. Because if we don't win this game, then I think our playoff hopes are already gone. And either you agree with me or disagree with me. And the people that disagree, if we lose and our playoff hopes are gone, then you've never watched Patriots football in the past 2 years. If you do agree with me, thank you. Thank you, because you understand that where the Patriots were last year when they started out this losing streak in the beginning of the season. Where did that take us? That took us to one of the worst records in the NFL. The more times you lose is the better chance you're having the worst record in the league. That's what the Patriots were trying to do last year. And if you can't get a win against this Dolphins team that has nobody, absolutely nobody, I don't even care who's playing home. I don't even know who's playing home. I don't care. Because this is a must-win game. It's only week 5. It's a must-win game. If we want to keep ourselves in the division. Think about it. The Bills got walloped last week for their first loss. I don't know if that's going to continue. I hope it does. I don't know. The Ravens blew every single lead so far in the season, except against the Bills. The Ravens won 35-10. Dominated the Bills. Hopefully that continues. The Jets lose to the Broncos, and now the Jets have to play the Vikings in London. And the Vikings are one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Surprisingly. I mean, that's actually insane. I'm not saying that in a sarcastic manner at all. Like, that's actually insane how they're going for 5-0 right now. And they're playing the Jets. So I think they will do it. And I hope they do. Because obviously the Jets are in the Patriots division. This is what I'm saying. I forgot who the Bills are playing this week. I forgot. I know some of the teams are playing on a bye week. I don't think it's the Bills, though. But I seriously doubt. I mean, anything can happen. But I seriously doubt that the Jets are going to beat the Vikings. I know both teams are going to have a long plane ride. It's going to be a lot of traveling. I get it. I know that. I still think the Vikings are going to come out and win. And if they do, think about it. If the Vikings do win, and that's if the Patriots want to play football against the Dolphins, if everything goes right, if the Bills lose, the Jets lose, and the Patriots win this week, we would only be one game back from first place. And it might sound crazy, but it's true. That's why I say this is a must-win game. Because divisional games, no matter where you are in the NFL season, it is so key. Because the NFL season is so short. It says 17 weeks. I know, I get 17 weeks is a long time. It's one game per week, guys, if you're new to football. There's only 17 games. Divisional games are the most key game. Even if you're playing them in week 1, it's as key if you're playing them in week 17, no matter what's on the line. It's the same. You have to win this game. Because if not, we'll be in dead last into week 5, and we'd probably be in last place in division to finish out the rest of the season. Or maybe third place if the Dolphins don't get anybody back. But we still wouldn't make the playoffs. I haven't looked at the Bills or Jets' long-time schedule, but we have to get the job done this week. If we wanna have a chance to stay in the division, this is the week. It can't be anything else, because if we don't do it this week, it's going to be almost impossible to do it in the near-time future due to the schedule and who we're playing, because I think we're playing the Texans next week. That's an L. That's an L for the Patriots, most likely. It's probably not going to be as big as an L as the 49ers. And also, I do know this for a long-time schedule. The last 3 weeks of the regular season for the Patriots, we have to play the Bills twice. We play them week 15 and week 17. So, again, that's not for a while. But it starts now, Patriots. It starts now. We have to stay in the division. And it has to start now this week. We need the Bills to lose. We need the Jets to lose. And if somehow the Jets win, I seriously doubt. I wouldn't be surprised. As I'm recording this, I have no idea who the Bills are playing. I'll check right after recording this video. But if somehow the Jets win, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's more key for the Bills to lose. Because the Bills right now are 3-1, the Jets are 2-2, and the Patriots and Dolphins are both 1-3. If the Jets win and the Bills lose, the Bills and Jets would be tied for first place at 3-2. If the Patriots win, they would be 2-3, one game back from both of them, which is first place. But if the Jets lose and the Bills lose, then the Jets would be tied for second place, and the Bills would be in first place by one game. So I'll take that back. It doesn't really matter for the Jets games as much. The Bills need to lose again, and that might be asking for a lot because again, I don't know who they're playing. They got walloped by the Ravens, which is good, so it gives me hope for whoever they're playing. Maybe they can beat them. I don't know. It really depends. We'll see. The main thing this week is, in all capital letters, the Patriots have to win on Sunday. They have to win. And if they don't, it's it's not going to be because of, the Dolphins did this or something. Because they don't have anybody. The 49ers, okay, I understand. That's why I'm not screaming about that game right now. Because it's the 49ers, defending NFC champions. Yes, they were 1-2 somehow, but they still kicked our butts. And that's not surprising. Again, I said this earlier. They could be 0-7, and they could still kick our butts. That's what happened. And I'm not surprised. The Dolphins, that's a different story. Not only it's a must-win game, but it's a game we should win. Especially if we're going to score more points. And it was only 10 points, but it was more points that we scored against the 49ers than the Jets. So, come on. Let's get this done. Let's get this win so we can be back in the division. Have the Dolphins, because if we win this game, the Dolphins would be in dead last, and we would be fighting for either second place or first place in the next coming weeks. That's if we play good against the Texans the other week. But we're not there yet. So we got to get through this game first, and we have to win this game, because if we don't, kiss the division goodbye for the second year in a row. Because you can't go 0-2 to start divisional games in the season. You can't do it. If you do that, you're screwed. You're 90% screwed. Because we lost to the Jets 24-3 or 21, whatever the score was. It just sucks too, because you think about back to week 2. That was a winnable game in overtime. We would have been 2-2 right now if we got that win. Because I know we weren't going to beat the Jets because we got killed by 3 touchdowns, and I definitely knew we weren't going to beat the 49ers. So at the best, we should be 2-2 right now. We'd be in a lot better spot, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that overtime loss of week 2 still haunts me to this day. And yeah, I will shout out some of the teams before I end this video that are playing really good that I didn't expect to play good. And there's a lot of them. There's 3. There's 3 that really are doing phenomenal football that most people did not think they were going to play phenomenal football. Number 1, the Seahawks, 3-1. They played the Lions. Their defense died that night. They gave up 42 points against the Lions. They still scored 29 points. It's just their defense needs to get better again. Second team. What was the second team? The Vikings, thank you. I was just talking about them. The Vikings, undefeated. I know the Chiefs are undefeated too, but that doesn't count due to ref help. I'm not going into that again. I already did a full video on that. We don't need to explain that again. But the Vikings, man. Yeah, they're going for 5-0 right now. And I hope they do it because they're playing the Jets, and I think they will do it. They're playing in London Sunday morning. I'm going to try to stream that game. I will schedule it Saturday night for 9 in the morning. If it happens, that means I woke up early enough. If it doesn't happen, that means I overslept. One of the two. I don't know. I definitely will be streaming the Patriots game and the 4 o'clock game and the Sunday Night Football. That's normal. It's just if I can wake up early enough on Sunday morning, I will be able to stream the Jets-Vikings game at 9 in the morning. So, hopefully, there's no guarantee for that. So, yeah. And that goes for every international game that's at 9 in the morning. So, I'm going to try my best. If not, if it doesn't work out, then sorry. And then the last team, probably the most surprising team in the whole entire league right now, the Commanders. Like, Jaden Daniels. Wow. Blew out the Cardinals 42-14 in week 4. They're 3-1 right now, alone in first place in the NFC East. Commanders are 3-1 in first place. Eagles and Cowboys are tied for second at 2-2, and the Giants are in last at 1-3. Wow. The whole NFC is just a wow right now. You're talking about the Seahawks alone in first, the Vikings alone in first, the Commanders alone in first, and Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers are playing really well as well. We'll see how long it stays. There's still a long time to go until the playoffs, but, I mean, especially the Commanders and the Vikings and the Seahawks, I mean, and maybe even the Steelers, too. I know they lost, and they're playing the Cowboys this Sunday Night Football, so it might be a little tough for them to get back on a winning card, but it's the Cowboys, you never know. I do hope the Steelers win that, because that's cool to see the Steelers playing good football, because it's not the Ravens, because they were there last year in the AFC Championship, which they should have won. Anyways, yeah, so that's going to do it for me. I could talk to you all day, but I got to end the video at some point. So, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, all I'm trying to say for the Patriots, it's a must-win. If we want to stay in the division and even have a chance for the playoffs going into the wintertime, you have to win this game. You have to win this game. especially with the injuries that the Dolphins have. And we have injuries too, I get it. It's just, this is the game we need to win because we play the Texans next. That might be rough. So we have to win this game. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.